And that's what I'm saying. So you have all these other people. Some of the people you got talking weren't there.
Right.
They weren't there. You came in the fucking 80s. We had already stopped by that time.
So, okay, so you would say the culture started with the black spades.
Yeah, the spark for the culture started with the black spades. It comes out of gang culture. Yes, it does.
The spark for the culture. Okay.
Yeah. But the person who's the genesis for what hip-hop is today is Kool Herc. That's the guy who was playing the music, you know, and the B-boys were there. And as it spread out. Came after that. But now, other people make contributions. That's where Bambaataa and Flash come in, and we call it Trinity, right? And, you know, Bambaataa is probably one of the single biggest influences for spread two things. Afrika Bambaata'a, one, for expanding the music.
Right.
All right? Kool Herc provided the genesis.
Okay.
All right? Bambaataa started playing music that nobody was playing. Bambaataa was playing music that you usually associated with white boys. You know what I mean? He's playing Steam, nah, 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 hey, hey. He's playing that. Nobody else was playing that.
Digging in the crates.
He was digging in the crates hard.
Right.
Bam was playing music from Africa. Okay? He was the first one to really start playing go-go music in New York. Nobody was playing that. He was playing EU Freeze and Chuck Brown and the Soul Searchers. Nobody else was playing that.
Right.
And for a lot of people, the first time they would hear certain records, Dance to the Drummer's Beat, Mambo No. 5, you know, and Ain't No Half Stepping, you know, all of those things. Bam started playing them first. And people were like, yo, where? And you know, back in those days, cats would keep their records a secret. They covered the labels, so you know, Herc started that.
Okay.
You know, but Bam even put it first because Bam was getting stuff, and people were like, where the hell is he getting these records? And next thing you know, they call him Bam the Master of Records. So that's one of his first major contributions.
Right.
The second contribution, which is probably even more important, Bam, I think, is the person who is most responsible for spreading the culture worldwide. And for the crossover of the culture. Because Bam and the Zulu Nation.
Different races.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
He was really the first to start going down into the village. And this was like early 80s. So he's going down in the village and Danceteria, the grills. And these are all village clubs. And now down in the village, you have a lot of art. You know, out of villages, it's artsy. So you had all the graffiti writers, because that's when graffiti was starting to be recognized more of an art form. Even before that, we just looked at it as vandals. They messing up trains and shit.
Right.
But after around 80, they're looking at this as a legitimate art form. And I'm talking about cats who were starting to get paid thousands of dollars for their work. And so this started really coming off in the village with Jean-Michel Basquiat, Keith Haring, all these different people. And one of them, of course, is Fab Five Freddy. And Bambaataa is down there playing music, and so all of a sudden these cultures started merging. All right? And then you also have these kids, the Rocksteady crew. All right? And so the other thing Bam was really popular for, and this is one of the reasons Bam's name is out there so much. A lot of the cats who started out there got caught up in drugs.
Right. He stayed clean.
He stayed clean.
Right.
He was anti-drug.
Right.
I'm talking about when we were hustling and selling drugs, Bam was like, you know, stop smoking that dust. Stop smoking that dust, and we would be mad if, like, people listen to Bam. So we can't sell Bam, we can't sell, you know, that kind of thing. But Bam was always anti-drug. You see what I mean?
So he didn't get caught up
in that. So he continued to play, and you know what I mean? While others, Herc, Flash to a lesser degree, you know, not really, but Herc, Mario, even Lovebug, even Stars. You know, a lot of us got caught up in the drug thing, and you know, that interrupted stuff we were doing. Bam didn't get caught up like that. So the Lone Ranger standing was Bam. And that's why, you see what I mean? So that's the reason.
Wow.
That is the reason. You know, so deep. Bam benefited from that.
Right.
Which is a good thing. That's an excellent thing. Shit, he is the living proof of what not fucking with drugs can get you. He was able to stay current and popular. You know, and that's why he was able to do what he was able to do.